There's a fair amount of research on this, of course, that comes from both looking at analyst forecasts, stock recommendations, and also there's some research on decision processes of individual professional investors and less on individual non-professional investors. But primarily the focus is on earnings. In fact, one study that a troubling result was that people who looked at the analysts who looked at the footnotes did less well in predicting the earnings than did those who did not look at the footnotes, which is an interesting result there.
And yet, in the course of this public dialogue tour, we've also heard the theory that it's all in the footnotes.
Well, it is
that it's
all
really
in the
only
footnotes.
the footnotes that matter.
Well, the footnotes serve two purposes. I mean, there's sort of a preventive aspect to it as well, you know, in the sense of disclosing all this stuff is necessary in order to prevent future transgressions, as well as just to tell you what's going on today. So there's a dual aspect to it. But I have been involved in a study recently comparing professional and non-professional investors on this issue, and some interesting results here. We got, of our professional, these are financial analysts, both sell and buy side, we got about 70% of them viewed at least one footnote. But the choice of which footnotes they look at was highly variable. There's no consensus on which one was most important. So, but 70% of them looked at least one. And among the non-professionals, only about 30% did. Mm-hmm. So the non-professionals are really looking at less stuff, which you'd expect. They don't really understand what they're going to read. And among the non-professionals, their judgments, their predictions are much less related to the information used. They're more random, whereas, of course, the professionals are more predictable.